Okay, so here we are. The topic of today's masterclass is, sorry, a common miscommunications and how to avoid them. What are the common miscommunications sometimes we feel, and how to avoid those miscommunications? That's also a very, very, very important aspect, right? Okay, so facts about miscommunications. Japanese speakers often avoid saying no directly to maintain harmony. This can lead to misunderstandings if the listener expects a clear answer. Like we being Indians in a habit of we usually say yes and no directly. But as per Japanese culture, as we have learned during this series of our master classes even, that Japanese people, they do not say no clearly. If they have to refuse or to they have to deny someone, they will not use this direct no, right? And then there are other uh, aspects also, like it's mentioned, non-verbal cues matter, obviously. Speaking everything is not a language. Non-verbal communication also plays a vital role in the communication, no matter what kind of communication we are making. Whether we are complimenting or we are contradicting or we are repeating something or we are substituting something, assenting something or regulating something. So, non-verbal cues matter. Much of Japanese communication relies on facial expressions, tone, and pauses. Foreigners unfamiliar with these subtle cues may misinterpret intentions. Yes, because nothing is being spoken. So, this is going to be a very, very critical and very sensitive manner issue that the person is not speaking anything, but as per the face expression, the tone and the pauses, we need to understand what the speaker is trying to communicate. False friends in Japanese. What does it mean? Like false friends. So, what are the false friends? So, let's see the vocabulary first, right? And why we call them as English false friends? Because the words which are used in Japanese language documented in katakana syllabary, but they mean something else. So when a Japanese speak that specific English false word, so the meaning is something else. So we need to understand that, right? The first word is mentioned here is mansion. Mansion is not a big, building or a, bungalow. It is an apartment, flat, or condo. Then abouto. So about, approx, or sloppy. Then saida. Saida. Saida means fizzy, soft drink, right? Then sumato. Sumato is stylish, slim, slender. Okay. Then consento. Consento is a plug socket or the outlet. Then service is service, free, etc. Then Torampu means playing cards. Then it is Cheer, sticker means the seal, sign, signature or signal. Or the next is Parento means television personality or entertainer. So I'm repeating the words again. Mansion, mansion, mansion is apartment, flat or condo. About, abouto, abouto means about, approximate or sloppy. Saida, soda or fizzy soft drink. Sumato, stylish, slim or slender. Consento, plug, socket or outlet. Service, service or free extra. Torump means playing cards. Cheer means sticker. Sign means signature or the signal. And Tarento is the television personality or entertainer. So these are obviously English false friends. The word is something else and how to make it out as a meaning. So we need to learn all these words. Then watch out for false friends. Let's see some more false friends. The first false friend is sutair, which means a style, one's figure or the body. Sutair gai, hot, attractive, sexy. Sumato, smart, stylish, smart clothes. Then tension. Tension means excitement, energy. Tension ga takai, high tension, excited, hyper. Tension ga sagaru, tension rises, getting excited. So tension word is not something stress. Okay. Then challenge is suru, to challenge, to try, to take on something. Then hip, hip is the butt. Then okay, okay is it's all right, okay. Then jumbi, okay, preparation, okay, ready to go, everything is ready to move ahead, right? Now, false friends in Japanese, so we are taking care of more, words like consento, electrical outlet, not consent. Apato is an apartment, not a house. Business is business, not a job. My home, one's own house, not a dream home. Baito is a part-time job, not a bite. Sarariman is a salaryman, not a businessman in general. Cardigan is cardigan, not a cardigan in general, but a specific type of sweater. Mansion is condominium, not a mansion. Toire is toilet, not a room. Pan is bread, not a pan for cooking. Right? I'm repeating again all these words. Consento is an electrical outlet. No, it's not a consent of something. Apato is an apartment, not a house. Business is business, not a job. My home, one's own house, not a dream home. Baito is part-time job, not a fight. Sarariman is salaryman, not a businessman in general. Cardigan is cardigan, not a cardigan in general, but a specific type of sweater. Mansion is condominium, not a mansion. Toire is a toilet, not a room. Pan is bread, not a pan for cooking. Okay, clarifying the doubts. Misunderstandings may occur due to pronunciation, loan words, which are false friends, or cultural differences. Japanese communication emphasizes politeness and indirectness. Instead of guessing, it's best to ask gently and respectfully for clarification to avoid confusion. I think all of you agree with me for all these, to do things for clarifying the doubts. Politely ask for clarification. When you need to ask for clarification, Mo ichido onegai shimasu. Could you please say it one more time? Yukkuri hanashite moraemasu ka? Could you speak slowly, please? Do iu imi desu ka? What does that mean? Sumimasen, Yoku wakarimasen deshita. Sorry, I didn't quite understand. Mo sukoshi kuwashiku setsume shite itadakemasu ka? Could you please explain in a bit more detail? I'll repeat these phrases again. Moichido onegai shimasu. Could you please say it one more time? Yukkuri hanashite moraemasu ka? Could you speak slowly, please? Do you imi desu ka? What does that mean? Sumimasen. Yoku wakarimasen deshita. Sorry, I didn't quite understand. Mo sukoshi kuwashiku setsume shite itadakemasu ka? Could you please explain in a bit more detail? Mo ichido itte kudasai. Please say it again. Koko no imi ga yoku wakarimasen. I don't really understand the meaning of the span. Tatoeba, donna imi desu ka? For example, what does it mean? Kitsumo shite mo ii desu ka? May I ask a question? Kanji o kaite moraemasu ka? Could you write the kanji for me? Well, I'll speak the phrases again, once again for you. Mo ichido itte kudasai. Please say it again. Koko no imi ga yoku wakarimasen. I don't really understand the meaning of this part. Tatoeba, donna imi desu ka? For example, what does it mean? Shitsumo shitemo ii desu ka? May I ask a question? Kanji o kaite moraemasu ka? Could you write the kanji for me? Speak clearly and slowly. So these are the ways to avoid common miscommunications. Speak clearly and slowly. Use simple vocabulary and pause between the phrases. Avoid using slangs or idioms. This is a very important aspect, specifically for uh, you know Japanese culture, that we should avoid using slang language, specifically when we are talking at corporate level. Next is confirm understanding. You need to confirm the understanding. Ask "Wakarimashita ka?" Did you understand? Or "Daijobu desu ka?" Is it okay? Rephrase when needed. If someone looks confused, say it in another way, right? Okay. And ways to avoid common miscommunications. What are the ways that we should avoid miscommunication? Essential tips to avoid miscommunication. First, provide clear written instructions. Invest in communication tools. That's also very, very important. Use visuals for clear instructions. Confirm understanding. Open communication and train for better communication. Now, when we talk about the first essential tip, that is provide clear written instructions. Yes, of course. When we are communicating with the help of emails or other ways of communications, specifically official communication. So the communication should be written clearly one to one. Then invest in communication tools. So there are many communication softwares also which really help you to format your communication in terms of report, whether it is an email or a report or a memo or a kind of appraisal or a kind of any kind of survey or anketo. Anketo means the questionnaire. So it should be properly phrased up and formatted. Then use visuals for clear instructions. For example, we need to add on some video to clear our, explanation, or we can use the illustrations also. That will also help us because, as per Japanese culture, Japanese people, when they read a long paragraph or an essay, it is difficult for them to understand the communication. So it's better that the communication should be pointed and formatted well and displayed well clearly with concerned or connected illustrations with them. And if you receive any kind of understanding, then you should confirm the understanding. And if you have communicated to someone, so it's better to confirm that the other person has understood what you have communicated. That's why the phrases like "wakarimashita ka, daijoubu desu ka, ima daijoubu desu ka, yoku wakatta ka, mondai nai deshou ka." These kinds of phrases are used when we communicate with Japanese natives. Next is open communication. Open communication means like you should be always ready to start communicating just in case you have made a report, you have constructed a report, and the Japanese native is little confused. So you should be always ready to support him or her to understand the report, and that is only possible when you are open to it. If you just drop down the report with the Japanese native and do not even confirm whether he has understood or not, so that will not work out anymore. It will create miscommunication. And then praying for better communication, we should always strive to, communicate in all better manner. For that, we need to enhance our language skills also, and our verbal and written communication and non-verbal communication also, like making gestures in the office and our face, gestures and eye language, and how do we look towards someone, and uh, these kinds of non-verbal communications are very, very important, as we all already understand it. Okay, so this was the kind of communication, just to avoid the communication gaps and miscommunications, and uh, to communicate in a better manner, confirming the communication and asking for the confirmation that the other person is has already understood the communication really plays a vital role in the communication. So this is obviously a very, very important uh, you know um aspect of communication, and I would say it's not only with Japanese natives, with all professionals when we are in touch with them and we are working with them all together. So this kind of bridge up is very, very important. So I hope this session really helped all of you, and thank you so much for this. And next week again, I'll be here with you with the next episode of this masterclass session about Japanese culture. Thank you again. See you all. Bye bye. Thank you very much.